In this video, we are going to create our first repository. It will be a local repository, which means that we don't need to connect to GitHub. Let's start by opening the terminal. We're going to use git bash again. So right click on whatever folder you want to put your repository. In my case, I will use this folder. So right click on here, open git bash here, and we will have this terminal. Let me maximize it. Typically, we want to place our repository in a folder that is going to contain all of the files of the project. So we can pretend that in this folder, we're going to put, for example, a mobile application or a web application, and all of the files and folders of those projects are going to be in this folder or in a subfolder. So basically, this should be the root of our application. Alright, so let's create our repository. See that this is empty, right? So let's come here, and I will say git init. With the init command, we're going to be able to create a local repository. Enter, and we're going to see that here it has been created a .git folder. In this .git folder, we're going to have many things, like for example, we're going to have branches, we're going to have the history of the file changes, and so much more. This is a simple directory, as you can see, which has files and also folders, but we are basically never going to be opening this by hand. No, what we have to do if we want to modify our Git repository is to do it through the command line. So when you see a .git folder in a directory, you can know that this is a repository. And also, another way of finding that out is to come here, and you can see that here we have this master. What is this master? And why it wasn't here before? It is here now because at this point, this is a repository. But what is this master? This master is the master branch, which is the default branch in our repository. We're going to see what a branch is in the future, but basically, a branch is like a copy of our project, and this is the main copy or the master copy. If for some reason you made a huge mistake and you want to start over with your repository, this may be like a new repository, and you say, you know what, I made a mistake, I just want to start over. You can just delete this folder, and you will be deleting all of the branches, the history changes, and so on. But you will not be deleting the files that are in the working directory. That is, if I have a web project here, for example, I'm not deleting those files. I'm not deleting the source code. I'm just deleting the Git repository itself. And again, if you want to start over, then you can come here, and let me press enter by the way, and see that now we don't have master here anymore, which means that this is not a repository. But if I say git init one more time, you are going to see that now we have master here again, and also we have this git folder here. Now again, the thing that we did by deleting our git folder is just if it is a new project or something like that. If it is an old project that you are working with other people, you typically do not mess with this git folder. Alright, so now we have a repository. Let's work with it.